think.
Maybe.
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Yes, we are live.
Yay! We are live.
Hell yeah. Welcome, everybody.
You're listening to Earth's Mightiest Podcast, episode 181.
Yeah.
Back again for a new month. Can't
And
believe how it's just flown by.
yeah. Like, what was last month again?
April? No, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Um,
Yeah, it just flew by.
January?
January. That's a good one. Some timber. Some ember.
Yep. So, um, we've talked to you since you've been back from vacation, right? We've done an EMP.
Yeah, I think so. Yes,
See, you can't even keep track.
exactly. I don't know. But yeah, that seemed like a lifetime ago. It was just like last month.
Well, we released on August 30th, so
Oh, that's when we did EMP.
yeah, at the end of the month. Well, yeah,
Okay.
because you were gone on vacation, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
literally about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and I still don't even remember. Uh
Life.
yeah. Yeah, and I've been super busy. I'm back on it with commissions and stuff. So, and with that, uh if there happens to be at least one person watching this live on the Twitches, uh go and type exclamation point reefer in the chat, and we can plug our boy Thatcher E. Cleveland, who has a Kickstarter, and for his horror comic called The Grim Reefer, and it's a marijuana fueled horror comedy comic. So when a marijuana crop is grown where a violent criminal was killed, anyone who smokes it gets possessed by his revenge driven spirit.
I really thought you were gonna say, there'd be some like DoorDash delivery for weed, but okay.
Hey, we might be able to we gotta get like some kind of sponsorship deal with it. I've been telling them, like, well one, like, promoting Kickstarters is super stressful, and I haven't even done one myself, but just seeing my friends do it, and like, just imagine sitting at a table at a convention for 30 days straight. Like, that's what it has to feel like.
I guess I can see that.
And it's just like stressful, and like the algorithms, the social media algorithms aren't your friend, because they don't really like when you post links to other things,
Hmm.
and they don't like promoting things because they kind of throttle those down, because they want you to pay money to do that. And so it's hard, man. And there's 35 hours left to go, and he's still got a little under 1,000 left to get funded. So
Oh,
really,
that's possible.
really, yeah, really trying. This really, really close. And actually, when I stream tomorrow on my Tuesday night stream, Thatcher will be guesting, and we'll be hanging out. I'll be working on toys, but we'll really try to push it.
All we need is 10 people to donate about $100.
Yeah. And actually, whew, so I made a Funko Pop for his mascot,
Right?
and like, we were just gonna set the limit at 10, and but like, we were pretty far as of like it today, so, and all of them are taken.
Yeah, I
And
know.
yeah, and he added 10 more, right? So
Oh,
now
he
the
did?
limit is 20. Yeah, today. I'm just like, he's like, "Are you sure that's okay?" I'm like, "Just do it, man. It's fine. I'll curse you later."
I backed it too, and I backed it for the same amount, but I know there wasn't any more. Maybe
Yeah,
I'll reach out and see.
yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
Retreated
he incre huh? Yeah,
FCB.
you can change your pledge, but if you want, but no pressure. But yeah, there's now 12 already taken, and there's still 8 left as of us recording right now.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I don't even partake in the devil's lettuce, but
Lettuce. Oh, the words, the
yeah,
words, the
I
words.
I snack like I do though. But it's like what?
All right.
I just like Funyuns.
It's all good, but listeners are probably here to listen to us talk comics. But before we get to that, Viet, why don't you tell them how they can spread the word?
Yes, you can help spread the word about the podcast by going to whatever, giving us a good a review on whatever podcast app that you use. Like Apple Podcasts is probably the most popular. It helps people find us. So if you don't mind and you like what you're listening to, give us a review. And if you feel so inclined to support us financially, we have a Patreon site, patreon.com/empcast. For as little as $1 a month, you get our EMBS episodes the week of recording. Otherwise, it's free to the public a month later. And yeah, and if you want to spend some more, you can get some cool swag. You can get mugs and comics and uh, art from all of our art friends, and or maybe even a custom toy commissioned by me. Our boy Tommy G got a got a he got a well he has an adorable one-eyed cat, and he asked me to make his cat into a Cyclops figure. So I made his cat into, since his cat the only Cyclops that actually has one eye is the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops, and so I made his cat as the Age of Apocalypse Cyclops. You there?
I'm here.
Okay. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Very awesome. All right, so did we already say Patreon?
Yes, we talked about Patreon.
All right, thought so. So we'll let Tribe One take it away so we can get to the meat of the show. This is Earth's Mightiest podcast. I am Corwin, and with me, as always, is Viet.
Hello.
And Bobby is away for now. Hopefully, we'll get him back soon. We'll see how that works. But in the meantime, I want you to know that we stand strong as your front line to the Avengers titles published by Marvel Comics. We defend you from the bad books and avenge the books you may have missed.
Issues will be rated from 1 to 5, with 1 being very, very bad and 5 being very, very good. There will be spoilers, so consider your ass warned.
Yes, indeed. And we are jumping right back into the Avengers arc of World War She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Written by Jason Aaron, art by Javier Goran, colors by David Curiel, lettered by Corey Petit. All right, and we jump to Russia where we have the snow team of Iron Man and Cap all decked out in white for their camouflage, taking into the base. And as they get inside, their suits switch to black. So it's kind of interesting to see the stealth suits and the changing of the colors of the suits, very X-Force ish.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I mean, Captain America carries a big old A on his head and a star on his chest, so it's kind of hard not to
Right.
be able to identify who he is. But I guess they just want it, so it's hard to recognize them or find them. Anyway, we do see She-Hulk is continuing to going through her reconditioning as she smashes through a couple different walls, and we got some really good story art from Javier. But the torture and the madness that She-Hulk goes through is crazy. Um, well, what's his name? The robot
Volstock.
Volstock is kind of messing with her mind at the same time, and it's just this torture that's going on. And of course, Cap and Iron Man are able to take down the Winter Guard that they face, and Captain Marvel comes in from the sky. And of course, Thor shows up too. So the Winter Guard really doesn't stand much of a chance, but Red Widow just needs to buy some time. So she shoots Captain Marvel with some cool little bullets that suddenly turn into like a restraining goo. Um, it looks like parts made from Volstock. So they actually just have to hold the Winter Guard have to hold their own until the conditioning is done for She-Hulk. But it seems that she's broken free and she actually starts to take down some of the Winter Guard. Um, Captain Marvel, of course, takes out Red Widow and literally ties her arms up in pipes so she can't get away. She's going to go try to help get Jen and kind of leaves Black Widow hanging. Meanwhile, Crimson Dynamo and what is his name? I don't even know this guy's name. The red suit dude.
I let me.
I forgot it. You find it, but
Yeah.
I mean, She-Hulk basically almost beats them to death, and eventually brings down the whole base on top of the Avengers and the Winter Guard and disappears. Um, Red Widow does escape. She ended up cutting off her own arm, and now he's
Yikes.
asking for a replacement as she's bleeding and walking away. And the last page, we do see a red She-Hulk with blonde hair, uh, just green energy exuberating from around her, green lightning just kind of crackling. She looks pretty badass.
Yeah.
That's in the pouch. She has a leg pouch.
Yeah.
She got some funyuns.
Maybe.
She snacks like you, huh?
Maybe. I don't know. It's weird seeing a blonde She-Hulk. That's always a little odd, but I get it. Very, very, very Russian.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's the difference. What does it mean? We've seen different color Hulks before, of course, but if
Yeah,
it has
and
something to
and
do with
She-Hulk
the
herself
heat,
has been she's been gray before.
right? But the other red She-Hulk was Betty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a Jen.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not Guardian, right? That's he's different.
Red Guardian. Uh,
Yeah, is it Red Guardian? I don't remember.
what's his name? The red Russian wannabe Captain America. We'll leave it at that.
Right.
These little ballerinas are creepy as hell.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
have
it's Vanguard is the name.
Vanguard.
Yeah. Because like, yeah, there's a scene where Cap goes straight for Crimson Dynamo, and then like Iron Man is is just like, really? You're just gonna straight to Cap? Like, what does that say about me? And I have to say I don't know why, but I'm just a huge sucker for stealth style, like stealth variant armor. So whenever I see something like that, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just like it's one of those things where just like, ooh, they that it me. It's sort of like the visual signifier, like, ooh, they mean business.
I like it too.
Like even their snow armor, and then the fact that they have the nanotech to to go dark and all that stuff. That's pretty cool. and I
Yeah, he's
like
all.
I also like how like watching like She-Hulk getting like kind of fighting the programming, like still going like over the law jargon and stuff like that. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. As much as they're doing they're messing with my girl She-Hulk.
I like how he plays with the panels too, because there's a couple times where it's the panels break from one into the other. At one point, we have She-Hulk in her mind going down.
Mm-hmm.
Scroll back, make sure I'm saying that right. Yeah. At one point, she's going down and she goes through these different rooms
Yeah.
in her mind. And then
Mm-hmm.
if you get to the Captain Marvel page where she's fighting Red Widow,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually going up through the panels up to the top of the page as she flies up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really good.
Yeah. It makes it look like she's like going through a building. Yeah, that's pretty
Literally,
cool.
yeah. So now I guess Red Widow's gonna have a Winter Soldier arm.
Yeah, I guess so.
Good
And
stuff.
yeah, and I have no idea where this story's going. And I like it
Yeah.
that way.
I mean, we know they're gonna get her back eventually, but how different is she gonna be, and what kind of damage is going to be done? So,
Yeah. She-Hulk's been through some stuff, man. The past this past decade, been
I'm
going
wondering if
through some things.
I wonder if we're gonna see some of the trauma that she suffered from Civil War II play into this programming.
Who do
Was
you
it Civil War
think?
II? Where she got
Yes, yeah. Civil War
scarred?
Two is when she took the missile to the chest,
Yeah.
and yeah, she hasn't been right since then. Who do you? Did they reveal who Red Widow is talking to?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think it's Dracula?
I doubt it.
I
I
hope
doubt
not. I hope it's not
he's in
Dracula.
charge of Russia like that. My main question is, does it tie to what's going on in X Force?
Hmm. Maybe.
Because Russia's a big player there,
Hmm.
and between Wolverine and Avengers, you do have Dracula still. So, is it all tied together? Possibly, maybe?
Question mark.
Question mark. Hmm. No, good stuff. Glad to see this book still going. Um, very unique. Uh,
Oh man, even the creepy Red Widow girls all have Bucky arms too.
yeah, I was gonna say that those they have the spider. They don't even have faces. They have a bunch of spiders on their
Yeah.
faces, and then their arms change into Bucky arms, and then they start to just it's a real nightmare stuff.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. This is good, man. I'm enjoying this.
Very entertaining. I agree. I agree.
I lo- I
And the
lo-
artist.
I
Oh,
like
go ahead.
how Ghost Rider is just like demoted to ambulance driver.
I like the art too, but I still think there's some growing to do. I don't know. I guess I just want a bit more detail out of his stuff.
Hmm. I can see that. Or do you think it's just like his inks aren't as
Like,
heavy?
or not, maybe there is no inks. Maybe
Yeah.
it's straight from pencils to colors. It's a possibility. Just seems like it just needs just well, maybe it's just my personal taste that I prefer
Right.
a bit more
Or
detail in the art. I
yeah,
mean,
or we're just used to like Ed McGuinness and Pepe Larraz.
yeah. I mean, even the Red Widow page though, I like a lot. There's a lot of details in there, especially the little bit of her face that we get to see and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of has a detail I'm looking for. So
Gotcha.
maybe it's a speed thing. But where won't linger. I will give this four Red World War She-Hulks.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it also uh a four blonde She-Hulks.
All right.
Yeah, so next up we have the free comic book day, because we're covering the books in August, and free comic book day was in August. We have the free comic book day, Avengers #1, also featuring the Hulk. And so we have the Avengers story that's written by Jason Aaron. Where's the creative team? Jason Aaron.
I think it's Ivan Coelho.
Yeah, Ivan Coelho and Brian Reber on colors. And yeah, it's just like first thing I thought of was just like, I mean, like they had Free Comic Book Day had comics for kids, right? But I was like, this doesn't seem like a kid's comic. Something you want to give to a kid. But um so we start off with a place where it's like a god graveyard. That's where the gods are buried, and there's a tower. There's an Avengers tower built there, and
If
what's that?
let me interrupt you real quick. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same place that Johnny Coates wrote when he did his Thanos series,
Oh, okay.
and as well as the Infinity Wars that we hated so much.
Ah, okay. So yeah, this is inside of a black hole, and there's a place called the God Quarry, and so yeah, there's an Avengers tower that was built there, and I guess they are there to protect I guess the timeline, the time stream, and they notice that there's something wrong with all the multiverses, and so they launch an army of Deathlocks to go check on everything, and they go to a particular world where Atlantis never was submerged, and so there's like an Atlantean Avengers there. But when the the Deathlock shows up, everything is gone and dried out, and he gets attacked by a Wolverine-like character, and then the Deathlock gets killed, and uh we see like a distress call from Deathlock, saying like, you know, a distress call saying that the Masters of Evil are here, and we see like a crazy team. It looks like a team of the symbiote Red Skull from Heroes Reborn. Looks like Kid Thanos from Cosmic Ghost Rider, maybe.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kid Thanos from maybe Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Hmm.
We got a particular Doom. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
no, no, that's the one we saw in like 1 million BC when he first came to Earth. Maybe it's a different
Oh, okay.
reality or whatever, but
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was the baby or something that Cosmic Ghost Rider got. And then so we got like I guess a brown armored Doom. I'm not
that's
sure
a
what he's
homage.
from.
That's a homage to the Mark Waid story. I'll tell you about it later.
Okay. And we have a Ghost Rider Hobgoblin, and it looks like Destiny, but
Phoenix.
huh?
Look at her sleeves.
Oh, Phoenix.
Phoenix
Interesting.
Destiny, possibly.
Interesting. And then looks like a red destroyer.
Yeah, maybe it's a Russian Crimson Destroyer.
Yeah, and then I don't know what Wolverine has the. Oh, he has a chain.
He has spikes coming out of him. It looks like a hound.
Yeah, interesting. And like, yeah, this is sort of like a promo towards I guess an Avengers number 50. So we just did 47. So this is gonna be the
Next arc.
bonkers stuff that's gonna be happening in issue 50.
And look what he says: calling all Earths, all
Mm-hmm.
Avengers, the Masters of Evil,
Are
coming to
we
kill you.
talking about another Avengers Forever storyline?
Oh, most definitely.
Yes, because that's what was promoted recently.
And Jason Aaron does love him some Deathlock. Remember, he showed up in the Wolverine and the X-Men series too. He was the main
Yeah, he
character
is.
there.
Yep. All right, and then also in that book there is a promotion to a preview to Donny Cates and Ryan Ottley's uh, Hulk book, and this is apparently this is gonna be a new Hulk adventuring in space. Operation Smastronaut. I was like, yes. I
This
am
is
all
Ryan.
for it.
This is Ryan Otley from Invincible fame. So
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, it will be. Hopefully, there'll be plenty of blood and gore.
Yeah, the art looks really good.
It does. I still gotta fight those Invincible vibes at times, like the preview for the first issue with the mask on his face is very invincible looking. Oddly, I recognize the art. It's gonna take a while to shake it.
Is is Invincible still going?
Oh no, no, no! It
Oh,
ended 2 years,
oh,
two
okay.
years ago.
Gotcha.
Dude, it's a yeah, fantastic series. You definitely everybody should read that series. It's like the modern day Spider-Man, you might as well say, and he gets to grow and change the character through the years. So it's very awesome. Beginning, middle, end, straight on through.
How did I miss that Hulk was a shark in Atlantean
Oh,
in Atlantean in the Atlantean Avengers? Holy shit. How did I miss that?
I don't know.
My
We
eyes were like on like Namor Captain America. Like on that and I didn't even look up till just now.
Invincible ended in February 2014, 2018.
2018?
Yeah,
Wow.
2018. Yep, yep. You've got a shark Hulk. You've got a underwater looking Thor. You got Namor and Captain America garb with a big old starfish on his shield.
Mhm.
Iron Man in a underwater suit and what looks to be a female Doctor Strange.
Or like a Namora?
I don't know. I'm looking at the
Name
cape, so
or is it Namorita? Namorita is the blue one, right?
she went back and forth, but yeah.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if it's Avengers Analog. I'm thinking that's supposed to be Doctor Strange. There's nobody else with the red cape.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe we will see these characters again anyway.
Yeah. The designs look amazing. You know how I love me some sharks. Like Shark Hulk? Hell yeah. Let's do it.
Did you see that Jeff Blanchard's getting his own Infinity comic?
Yes. That sounds like when are we gonna cover that? I guess we can probably have like it's I don't know if you can just buy it. I guess like or you might need Marvel Unlimited to get it.
I don't know. I read the Wolverine one and it's okay, but the constant scrolling down. Maybe I'm doing it on my monitor and I should be doing it on a tablet or phone, but I don't know. It doesn't really grab me.
Mm-hmm. But I want to see a comic with Jeff the Land Shark.
Oh, but of course. I'm just curious, are we ever going to see it in print? Because they say they're always going to be digital only, but eventually they'll cave in.
Yeah, last time I think I saw Kelly Thompson saying that that they she wasn't sure if it was going to be on in print. But yeah, do we need to grade this? I don't. I don't think it's really worth grading.
Nah,
But
it's really
we
just
should
a
just,
preview. So
yeah,
fun one though. We got some really good stuff coming up.
yeah. I guess I haven't finished Immortal Hulk yet, but Immortal Hulk's been like super dark and like almost horror esque. So like this will be this will be interesting to see, like, because Donny Cates kind of throws in a little humor. I mean, if you have Modoc in there, you can't really make it a serious thing.
Modoc can be serious. You know, I never finished watching this TV show. Modoc
Neither
can
have
be
I.
serious.
Yeah,
Maybe somewhat.
but yeah, you just left them to die. Hey, come on, but Smastronaut, that's a good
Yeah,
pun. That's a grade A pun.
I agree. I agree. For Immortal Hulk, though, I'm definitely going to just grab the omnibus when it comes.
Yeah,
Hopefully, they have
it's
things
so good.
in there in some kind of proper order. But
Mm-hmm. All right, next up we have Avengers Annual #1.
all right, written by Jed McKay, who, again, I love his Taskmaster stuff. His Black Cat has been really good. I actually ended up picking up that series. I'm behind on it, but dude is a solid writer. Travel Foreman on art, Jim Campbell on colors, and Corey Petit on letters. All right, let me see if I can make some sense out of this one. So we have a synthetic being who's in a diner. It looks like a little kid. He's kind of orange and blue, and he's talking to these dudes, trying to explain to them the difference between calling stuff being called a robot and how it's being deductive compared to being called a synthesoid, which is inaccurate since those are built with Horton cells, which I do believe is it the guy who built the first Human Torch robot?
Yeah, I
If I'm
think
not
so.
mistaken. I'm not really good with that kind of history, but he kind of explains the difference between a synthesoid and androids, and what he wants to be called is a
Synthetic.
synthetic
Yeah.
synthetic person. So we do cut to Avengers Mountain where Cap and Iron Man are kind of just sitting around talking, and it seems like Iron Man had a run in with one of the previous Infinity gems. Wait, what do they call it in a TV show in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Stones, right?
Yeah, I think they're stones.
Yeah, so I prefer the comic book way of calling them gems. But Iron Man had a run in with at least one or two of the other gems that have bonded to human beings or human souls. So he's making some kind of a technology to help detect when the next one becomes active. This little kid is being ganged up by some truckers, and then one trucker comes to his rescue, who has a prosthetic arm.
Oh, robot
So
arm.
not arm. So he kicks these dudes' ass, and he takes the kid, and they go to a diner down the road. But of course, these bad guys are part of the Sapien League, and they come gunning with literal machine guns at him. So the trucker that was helping him gets hurt, and then this kid suddenly activates a power he didn't even know he had, which of course alerts Cap and Iron Man. So now that this power is awakened, he seems to have a second voice within him who he's talking to himself, and trying to reason with. When this power took over, he had no control over his body, but he's able to eventually wrestle control back, and he tries to help the biker when Captain America and Iron Man show up. And of course, seeing the explosion, of course, there's a misunderstanding, and Cap tries to tell him to come with us. Iron Man is a bit more threatening, of course, so they all have to fight. And then we find out that the gem's name is Multitude, I believe, right? The kid has a different name than the second voice,
Yeah.
and Multitude is able to make projections of other beings. So we get a Juggernaut, Blackheart, Shulam Goth, um, and they all seem to be weak. Iron Man and Cap just mentioned how they're scary looking, but they're fragile. They don't really have any power behind them. And at this point, the kid is like, "Oh, I need to figure something out because this isn't working. And him and the voice keep having this conversation. He's like, okay, let's not make so many. Let's just make two. What can stop Captain America and what can stop Iron Man? We get Civil War 3, where there's a projection of Iron Man and a projection of Cap, and of course they have to fight their opposites. So while this is going on, the trucker that helped him is bleeding out, and he's trying to help him, but the Infinity Gem is refusing to. And eventually, the kid's like, "If you don't help, I'm going to just let them capture us. I'm going to take control of my body." And then they basically come to an agreement with Cap and Iron Man. He's like, help this guy, and I'll leave um, without causing any problems. You know, it's important for you to help him. And then at the end, we see the kid fly off with the gem, and Gem's talking to him, telling him that they're gonna go find the other one because when they all come together, they can really discover what they can do and how they can change the world.
Ugly ass looking dragon.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that thing was.
Like
It didn't even
ET
seem.
looking dragon thing.
It just seemed weird from the first panel to the last panel, like it was changing. But I guess maybe the neck was unraveling. It's
Yeah, it looks like part axolotl, part like one of those goldfish with the big old eyes.
it's just all ugly.
Yeah, not a great looking thing.
No, not at all. All right, then there's a backup story, and this is the last part. So it seems like all these annuals had a backup story with Nick Jr. And it seems like Nighthawk tried to brainwash Nick into being his Falcon from the look of his costume. Um, but it didn't work because Nick Fury, being the man of action, had created a backup personality in his mind with a trigger with his tattoo on his chest that triggered him to reboot his mind. So he does get to drop on Nighthawk, who drops a smoke bomb and disappears. And it seems like Nighthawk is the same one from the Heroes Reborn universe. He remembers all. He remembers it all, and he's kind of sworn to make the world a better place his way. So he escapes. Fury has his tech to track down the Infinity people, and then we see that he has Star captive, and he's planning on protecting the world by protecting them from the Infinity Stones. And to be continued in Black Cat #8. And let me go back. The artist on this one is Juan Ferreira, and Jed McKay is, of course, the writer.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
thought it was
do
alright.
we know Star, Prince of Power, Quantum, and Overtime?
Okay, so let me get to the Infinity Gems page. Yes, we know most of them. So, for example, Star showed up a while back in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Prince of Power is in this new Guardians of the Galaxy book. He shows up there. I'm not sure if he showed up anywhere before that. Overtime showed up in the terrible Wolverine um, Infinity that Wolverine series called. It took place during Disassembled.
Disassembled.
Yep, X-Men Disassembled.
Oh, okay.
It was Wolverine and the not Infinity Watch. What's it called? Well, yeah, Wolverine Infinity Watch. Um, didn't like that series at all, which is weird because it was written by Jerry Duggan, but it just didn't work for me. Didn't
Yeah.
work at all.
All of that Infinity stuff. Ugh.
Well, it wasn't even in Infinity Wars that like we were talking about. It was
Yeah.
just a mini series, but it just I
Right.
didn't like it. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Quantum, I think he was in one of these other mini series. I don't think he showed up before that, but I could be wrong because I just haven't been keeping up with it at all.
There's I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but there's a character on Community, which I know you haven't watched, but there's this one character. He's just kind of like a side character. His name is Magnitude.
Mm-hmm.
and all he does is he does like the razor roof motion, and he goes pop pop. That's his slogan. This is what he does, and so I see multitude, and I think magnitude.
The last episode, they should at least make him shake the world or something, shake the building.
Right? Yeah, but yeah, I mean it's all right. I mean, like I don't really care about this. Yeah, this multitude kid, at least as of yet.
Nope. I think I'm done with the Infinity Gems after the whole Infinity Wars because it just wasn't that great at all.
Yeah, and I don't know. I've never been a huge Travel Foreman. Never been a huge fan of his art.
Yeah, yeah. What series was he doing? Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I don't know if it's just he doesn't have a colorist, he colored themselves or something. I don't.
When he was doing the Ultimates, I remember not liking it.
That, yeah, that colorist, whoever colored that was bad. He has a different colorist here, and it's still so-so. Some pages are better than others, but
Yeah,
Ultimates, I'm pretty certain he would have been coloring himself on that one. That could be. Yeah. Generally, he doesn't really do it for me.
yeah. Jim Campbell is the colorist on this book.
Actually, let me take a peek. See what was going on there. So, what were your thoughts then on the issue? What else? You got anything? If you have anything else to add to it?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm just tired. Yeah, I'm a little. Infinity Stones just leave a bad taste in my mouth, and yeah, I don't really care.
Okay.
Yeah, because like like the people with the Infinity Stones that I have no tie to them. Like anyone getting just thrown in with this, like is probably. I mean, this is a typical. This feels like a typical annual, right? Where you like it's always a gamble with annuals, where you're just like most of the time it's not going to be anything important, but like this has the I don't know, this has an aura that it feels like it's going to be important, but I also don't care. If that
So
makes any sense.
he did have a colorist, different colorist on Ultimates. So Ultimates too. So yeah, go figure. I mean, he draws better than I can, but still,
Right. Yeah, just not my cup of tea.
not my cup of tea. Agreed. Agreed. So overall, I'm going to give this book uh, three Civil War threes.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 3 plates of bacon and eggs.
Oh yeah, Cap had like 12 eggs,
Yeah.
like 12 eggs and two frying pans of bacon and a stack of pancakes.
Yeah.
I love how Tony's like, I have this what do you call it, protein
Yeah. Protein shake or something like that.
shake, and he's literally
And
throwing
yeah,
it over his
and as
shoulder.
soon as Cap says like you want some bacon, like hell yeah. And that's real bacon, Corwin.
not not turkey bacon, huh?
Yeah, not turkey breakfast strips.
All right.
Cause
Well,
cause he's American.
why don't you rewind and take us back to the past? Take us back to what is it now? 2008.
Yes. Our last book that's getting our main coverage is our retro book. We have Avengers Initiative, number 7, written by Dan Slott, art by Stefano Caselli, and what's something Redoni. Um,
Oh, let me
is it
find the title.
Daniel Redoni?
It's like Danielle.
Danielle Redoni. Okay. So yeah, we're back to the good art from the break from issue 6, and this one is completely focused on the Scarlet Spiders. Right.
There's
So
three of them.
yeah. So we it starts off with our Nazi doctor guy, I think is von Blitzschlag or something like that. They're at Avengers Tower, kind of um monitoring the wreckage from World War Hulk, and out of nowhere, three Vulture characters, the Vulturians, come in and swipe the Doctor's briefcase, and apparently in that briefcase is a bunch of very important gamma tech. And out of nowhere, the Scarlet Spiders finally show up from
Stealth
being,
mode.
yeah, from stealth mode, and apparently this is their first time revealing themselves to the public. And so so yeah, so they're off chasing in public, and meanwhile Peter Parker, in his civilian clothes, sees them and decides, nah, what the hell, man. He's already mad at Tony Stark for for going behind his, or yeah, for kind of backstabbing him, because his Aunt May ended up getting hurt in the Spider-Man books, because he revealed his identity in Civil War. And so he goes after the Scarlet Spiders, um, and what ends up happening is the Vulturians end up making doing pretty good against one of the Scarlet Spiders, because two of them decided to go after Peter Parker, and
He was a fugitive.
yeah, and then so they end up just teaming up to defeat the the Vulturians, and the the Scarlet Spiders decide to do the right thing and kind of confuse the public by cloaking their suits into Peter Parker's too. So sort of just like kind of clearing his name at least, or at least starting some confusion with the media and the public. And that didn't make our Nazi doctor very happy, and the higher ups aren't very happy about that. And then the big reveal at the end is that they all take off their mask and they're all MVP. They're all
Michael, Ben, and
clones.
Patrick.
Yeah, uh they're all they're yeah, they're clones of MVP. And like the doctor's like, who told you to be good? And then you kind of see the where the original body, the dead body of MVP, and he has like a little smile on his face. Meanwhile, there is a little side story with Justice
Cloud Nine.
and Cloud9, uh, going back to the home where they thought they found MVP, but there's nothing there. Like the house is completely abandoned. But yeah,
Oh, I love the art and the faces in this, and just his details, his musculature that he puts on the characters. I mean,
yeah.
oh, it's so good. His current stuff isn't like this still, but love it, love it.
Even though everybody looks evil.
Everybody's serious.
Yeah.
Check out the crowd scene at the end too. Everybody's got different shapes and sizes, faces and features.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. Even J. Jonah's got the whole look.
Yeah. The yeah, J. Jonah's very distinguished. But yeah, this was really good.
I love it when the Scarlet Spiders switch their costumes. One went to the original classic Spidey costume, one went to the black suit,
Right.
just to throw off the Vulturions. Good little side story about the Scarlet Spiders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the reveal of them being MVPs is I don't know. I'm kind of a sucker when it comes to this stuff. I'm never good at predicting things, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
I don't think anybody was at the time, believe me, and it's just gonna keep getting better and better.
Nice.
I love this series, but I always say that. Yeah, I mean, good stuff, great stuff. I love at the beginning too. It's like staff, trainees, civilians.
Yeah.
It has uh, Peter Parker, J. Jonah Jameson, Betty Brant as civilians. All right, I really got nothing else to add to that except listeners, if you haven't read this series, the main reason why we're doing it is because it's so good, and I definitely trying to get people on it because it is totally worth going back and reading.
Yeah, and just in general, like everyone talks about Civil War, but not many people talk about the Initiative.
Oh yeah,
You
Initiative
know,
era
like
is great.
it's definitely it's definitely overshadowed, right? Like,
Yeah, agreed. One of my favorite eras. I mean, it was the second golden age of comics. Man, everything was interconnected and just good. Just really, they're putting out tons and tons of good series, and sales was through the roof. And ah, it was a good age. I mean, then this Avengers run is kind of what brought the Avengers to the forefront.
mm-hmm. Is that Frogman?
That is Frogman.
Good old Frogman. He has an action figure now.
All right, so we got some quick hits to go through. I've read two out of the three. I don't know how many of you read.
I think I might have read them all actually.
Oh, all right. First up, we
Um,
got
yeah, go ahead.
America Chavez, Made in America #5, the final issue. Um, Kalinda Vasquez, writer, Carlos Gomez, artist, Jesus Arbatov, colors, Travis Lanham on letters. What did you think about how they ended this?
It felt very anticlimactic. Like you had all this build up, like oh, like here's your sister, and it ends with her being gone. I mean, you kind of don't, like it sort of like leads into maybe to future stories, but then still, like it doesn't feel like it was resolved that much.
Hmm. And you got all these little starlings.
Yeah, and then I guess there's still sort of like a hanging plot point that like her mom's might still actually be alive. Maybe.
Hmm.
So it's just like it just came like to retcon and then yeah, just leave. That's what it feels like, right? Just like someone just went into your house, like rearranged your comics and then just left.
Where'd
like
the go? New way to
like
be ghosted.
yeah, like why did you do that?
Ghost con.
Huh? Yeah.
They're ghost con.
Yeah.
I just
This had like yeah, and this had such like a great opening.
yeah. I don't know what editorial was thinking, trying to change her up like this. It's just hopefully it's not to line it up with the TV stuff because it's not needed. This her origin was fine, her character was fine. I mean, she had her own series for a while where they explored all this stuff. Why go back and erase it? Just not necessary.
The art's really good though.
No, I'll definitely give you that.
Um,
You get Spider Man
hmm?
and Cap. So you get Spider Man in it too. He shows up. You get Cap,
Yeah,
Thor, giant
fighting
rats.
yeah, giant rats, yeah. But yeah, like I said, like the plot wise I find it questionable. But yeah, the art is really good. The yeah, it's an all right like 5 issue mini. I'm glad it's not like an ongoing. But it is what it is.
So let's talk about the book I didn't read, Defenders #1, which I know spins out of everything that was going on with Marvel 1000 in this.
Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah,
oh, I was like, I remember that kind of. Like
Al
all
Ewing.
of the stuff, like yeah, all of those Marvel 1000s and like the point ones, the Marvel nows, whenever they just kind of like they always just throw out these like little 2-page things, and you're just like they don't do anything with them for like 4 or 5 years. And I'm like, how are you expecting people to remember this shit? Like I can barely remember what we talked about last episode.
Well, sometimes I can't remember either, but I live with this stuff.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And like, there's this one meme that's like saying it's like, "Hey, I want to get into comics. How do I get into comics?" Goes into, it's like, "Oh, you need to check out if you want to read Batman books. You got to start with issue 13, and then but not this series. But you have to get this series, and then start with this one, and then like it's so fucking complicated. And then when you tell someone to get into a manga, right, you're
Volume
like,
one.
yeah, you're just like, oh, I was like, I was told to check out this manga. They're like, where do I start? Volume one.
Yeah, well, people get into that fear of high volumes means people won't want to pick it up and read. So
Right, but then I mean, yeah, they don't make it very easy either. But I get it. There's probably like editorial reasons why like they push off storylines because they have better ones. Um, but this does have Al Ewing, Javier Rodriguez, and Alvaro Lopez, and I guess what I guess bothered me, I guess because we were already getting hints of like an Avengers Forever, and this is basically like a Defenders Forever. Um, Doctor Strange notices there's like a disturbance right there, or there's like something, and then so he busts out uh his tarot cards of rosters for Defenders, and he draws them, and that's how he gets this team of Silver Surfer, Red Harpy. That's Betty
Betty.
Ross now, yeah, and some Cloud girl. I don't really, and she's not Cloud 9. I thought she was. I was like, oh, what a coincidence, but it's not. Um, yeah, I kind of don't care. I do like Al Ewing.
Yeah, the team alone was just kind of a yawn for me. It 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 just didn't appeal to me.
And apparently Omnimax is Galactus's mom.
Who's Omnimax now? Because I
If you
haven't read
go
enough
to
of it.
the page 20, there's just a giant being at the end on this multiverse, and the name of the next storyline, it says Galactus's mom has got it going on.
Oh. That's funny. So they got thrown back to the fifth universe then, by the look of it. I forgot what universe we're supposed to be in again. That goes back to Ultimates. Now that we mentioned it, Marvel Universe is in the is it the sixth or eighth? No, I think we're the eighth.
Yeah, I don't know. This is like it was kind of hard to to follow, but
Well, I'll find some time to
it
check it
didn't.
out.
Yeah, it didn't hook me. And I normally like Defenders type books, but this one didn't get me. And I don't know. I haven't seen what I've been getting some of those Doctor Strange books, but I haven't read them.
No, I fell off after Jason Aaron. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
Just lost interest.
yeah. All right, and last but not least, we have Kang the Conqueror #1.
which I did read. Wait, where is it? Where's the tablet?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't know the where's the creative team.
I usually
Yeah, I don't see it.
saved. I done it.
It's not the first page. Where is it? All right, you keep looking for it. Um, I thought this was really cool.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it a lot. It was Colin Kelly, Jackson Lansing on writing, Carlos Magno on pencils and inks, and Espen Grundigern on colors.
All right.
But it's a new origin for Kang, and I absolutely loved it. It was entertaining. It was everything you need in an origin story, and it explained all the little nuances with Kang, down to the stripes that he has on his mask
Mm-hmm.
and where he got that from. And he's just, he's conditioning his younger self in order to be a better Kang. And of course, they hint at the fact that he may be related to Doom, a descendant of Doom, or Richards, or both. They kind of just interrupt. They don't really let. He says something. He's about to say something, and then they kind of cut it off.
Is it just me, or does his kid suit, or like the way he's kind of drawn, like he kind of looks like the Deep on The Boys, like his uniform and his hairstyle. I think he looks like. Yeah, and yeah, Kang's like no love, cannot fall in love.
But then he gets drunk and kind of spills what kind of happens. You can see he's been affected by it himself.
Yeah.
Young Kang finds love.
Mm-hmm. And old Kang was not having it.
Yeah, that was brutal, man. That was brutal. He wiped them all out. Well, he's a villain. I mean, we're
Yeah.
gonna try to make him likable, so
Yeah. So this was retconned?
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I don't remember. Well, I did read Avengers Forever, but I haven't read a lot of the old Avengers stuff. Again, I started with Bendit, so what came before is kind of new to me. But I'm pretty certain this is all. Some of this is new. I mean,
Yeah.
we read Young Avengers, and we've seen what happened with Iron Patriot and how he ran away, and
Right.
but I think this is all
Yeah.
new stuff.
And just in general, like time travel stuff just hurts my head sometimes.
It depends on what rules you believe when it comes
Right.
to time travel.
But yeah, I thought this was very good.
Oh, this was solid. I was gonna wait for the trade, but I may pick up the issues.
Mm-hmm. And this is a 5-issue mini.
Um, shit, I do believe it is five though. Let's see something. Marvel, because they'll they will solicit the first one with being number whatever of five. By the time you get to the third or fourth, they drop the numbering. Yeah, 5 issues.
Okay. Yeah. Do you wanna keep following it? I mean, I
I
guess
wouldn't.
Kang is
I,
gonna be he's gonna be pretty important with the MCU stuff.
yeah, the timeless thing that's coming. I would be okay with it. Yes,
I mean, because
I think.
we're already dropping America Chavez because that one's done, so we can
Wait,
replace it with Kang.
Okay, and that gives us what, 2 books plus
I don't know. Do we still want to do champions, or maybe we'll push the champions to get quick hits or something?
still not feeling. We didn't even have one this month. On top
Yeah,
of
we
that,
didn't even have one this month. Yeah.
I might be okay with that because I don't think that book's got long. You know what? One book that we didn't put on the list that I will talk about is Winter Guard.
Oh, did I not put that in there? Okay.
I
Whoops.
don't think so.
Yeah,
Written by Ryan Cady. Did you read it?
I did not.
All right, let me get to the credits page. Written by Ryan Cady with Juan Baltazar on the main story and Dibril Morset Fan on the prelude story. This fits in right during the World War She-Hulk arc. After she goes missing, this is kind of the Avengers kind of crack down on the Winter Guard, trying to figure out where She-Hulk was taken. And we find out Yelena and Red Guardian are actually on the run from the Winter Guard. So a little bit of tying to Black Widow, and at the same time tying into World War She-Hulk some.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really cool stuff. The art is so, especially the prelude story. The second one is definitely better, but I enjoyed it, especially if you know put it together with World War She-Hulk. There's a lot of interconnecting things that they're hinting at.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on the list. I forgot to put it in the rundown. But I'll add that to the list on
Another
the shows.
that was another mini I was gonna wait for trade, but I am petering on whether or not to just pick up the issues.
Oh, Ursa Major. Is Ursa Major dead? We don't know yet, right? Probably
Yeah, we
dead.
don't know for sure. Probably, but comics.
Right. Okay. So we'll add. Um. I'll add Winter Guard #1 to the list.
Right.
Well, yeah, especially if it's tying into World War She-Hulk, we should definitely talk about it.
Well, it's loose so far. I don't know if the rest of the series is gonna get into it or not, but
Right.
they kind of helped kick off the story.
Okay.
Right.
Anything else? I know I haven't watched the Hawkeye trailer yet,
I haven't either.
but that just released today, I think.
Yeah, but now you're gonna go watch it.
Yeah.
No, nothing much. We'll save other TV talk for EMVS because last season Lucifer dropped, which I didn't have time to check out anything of it yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
First 3 episodes of White Man has dropped today, so it's like, ooh, so many TV things, and I don't know.
Oh man,
I hope
the
White turns
latest
out good.
the latest
Rick and Morty.
the latest My Hero Academia was a big
Oh,
oof. Big oof.
we watched it. We watched it right before we watched it during dinner. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
That was a rough one.
um
That was a rough.
but yeah, so yeah, if you wanna let us know what you guys thought of this list of books. We're always welcome any feedback. Like what have you read in the month of August that you really enjoyed?
Most definitely. Let
Yeah.
us know. We'll read it on the show.
Mm-hmm. You can email us said feedback on emp@earthsmightiestpodcast.com. We also have a Facebook group, facebook group.earthsmightiestpodcast.com. You can tweet to Corwin at EMPcast. We also have a Discord channel. You can go find us on Discord, or you can pretty much get all the links on our website, earthsmightiestpodcast.com. And once more, if it's before like I think around like 10 a.m. Eastern, yeah, if it's before Wednesday, September 15th, 10 a.m. Eastern time, please go search for Grim Reaper by our boy Thatcher E. Cleveland. Uh, it's now it's now as of this recording, it's $4,031 out of 5,000. 34 hours to go. So if you can support it, please do.
Yes, indeed. All right. Viet, did you want to plug your stuff too?
Yeah. You can follow me at Comedian Viet on all the social medias, and I also do a Twitch stream 3 times a week where I go over where I make all my toy commissions, and we have fun with it. People hang out in the chat, talk about random silly things, and yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, we're also part of a podcast network. You can go to the hashtag the collective net on Twitter. You can find us and a host of other many different comic book themed podcasts.
what he said.
Yeah, and
And of course, we could always thank Tribe One for our completely awesome theme song that nobody can top. Be sure to check out his website at tribe1.bandcamp.com, and we will see you guys next month.
yeah,
Peace.
bye bye. All right, ending stream now.